Welcome. How are you doing? I am surprised by I guess I was a liar yesterday. I expected that we'd have a lot to talk about, but it's the same stuff. But before we get into that, chat is exploding already. Thank you. Yanon Closet's here. Max is here. Dude guy, how are you? Thanks for being here. Nathan is here, of course, girding thy loins. Thumb Maryland, I saw you became a member, Thumb. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. Salty, the man, the myth, the legend is here as well. Lakizzle, Matt, guard against those whamming of one F, please. Apparently, Dane wants to go blind and has me on a 65-inch television, but thank you, Dane. I appreciate you, brother. Aldan, the man, the myth, the wielder of Kalendor is here.
Cheers,
Kalendor is
dude.
here as well. Hessalam, thank you. I think that is also Evergreen, if I'm right, also known as Shaban. Thank you for the well wishes, and I hope you enjoy the replay. Jim C is also here. We have the Plano plus a special guest here, right? So listen, Salty, how are things, my friend?
Jesus, sorry, I was looking for Wheel of Time stuff while you were
going
rambling.
blind.
All right, dude. I really, yesterday it was weird. I mean, they call it Wheel of Time Wednesdays. We didn't get anything today. What we did get is some bizarre lowering of expectations in between social media accounts that are very friendly to Amazon, and especially to Amazon Prime itself. So it's almost like they know the ship is sinking, but they're like, "Gee, guys, thanks for trying."
I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's been weird, right? So I don't know.
And can I just say, I didn't know they moved the show. I don't know if you guys are going to talk about that right away, but am I the only one that was taking the marketing material at face value when it said September 1st? Because apparently that's not true.
I mean, we'll talk about that briefly because it's one of those.
All right.
No, because it's all over the place, right? I mean, because I've talked about how it's, 12 midnight, okay, fine, and then all of a sudden it's 8 Eastern. It's like just you have now confused a lot of people. Yeah. It's like just pick a time and go.
I'm kind of curious though. Like, what do you guys think? Are they going to keep it at that time? Because Alex, what happens on Thursday nights?
Is that
Thursday night football?
Ooh.
And guess who has the rights to Thursday night football?
Oh gosh,
Amazon.
I didn't even think about that. Wow.
I wish I could be as bad as these executives are.
Holy
talk about having siloed verticals within a corporate structure. Nobody is talking to one another. It's pretty clear that's happening.
Or is that
Maybe
just
it wasn't a mistake?
Is it just a vote of zero confidence? Let's just okay. Well, at least we'll get. That's crazy. I didn't even think about Thursday Night Football in Amazon. Wow, Nate, what do you think about that? The beard.
Well, it makes me kind of wonder that if you remember Mike Myers, he played this stupid kid tied to a Tinker Toy set called Simon in one of the Saturday Night Live skits, and it would always try to run away from it and get pulled back and everything. Well, it kind of makes me wonder if those are the kinds of people that are running Amazon right now.
I want to get this to Jay Ramble's question here real quick after we introduce everybody because it's a good one. But I don't want to lose track of it. I'm going to start. We're going to come back to it because we've all said many times, there is many ways to faithfully do this. So we'll get back to that because I know that I'm watching the chat respond to it because it's a good question. Hey, Purple. Hey, Chris. Amber Wilson. White Cloaks. Man, you guys are. Sven. I saw you pop in yesterday, Sven, right when we ended. I saw you. Thanks for being here, Sven. Staple Bow, of course, is here as well. Thank you very much. I guess we'll save the best for last. Norporial, you can go next because you're not the best, right?
What is happening? What's happening? But thanks for having me on. Right now I'm going through major. I got a new microphone. I got a new chair right here. Can't tell. I'm getting a desk on Saturday, so new Norporial setup is underway. So, and I'm still working on that Eye of the World video. I'm editing it right now. I haven't had a whole lot of time the last few days, so hopefully I want to have it out by the weekend, so that you guys have something to cope with while watching 3 episodes of shit.
Yeah, well, that and what in the Trip, what are you? Trip, what? Oh, dear God in heaven. Okay, so Trip. I don't know if Fufu's in the chat right now, but Fufu is slowly feeding me nonsense in the Discord chat. So thanks, Trip, as always. We'll share some of that here in a little bit. Elena's here too. Elena, how are you? Alex, my friend, are your loins girded? Are you? Is the alcohol bought? Are you ready? Are you ready?
Got a Bell's Oktoberfest, and yeah, we had quite the alcohol bill this week. It was
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So you ready, man? You ready for it?
I think I'm actually. The wait is over. The wait before the battle is the worst part, and we are now to the battle.
Yeah,
let's get it.
We're in the boats heading toward the cliffs over there off Normandy, about to take on Jerry. That's what's going on here. So
5 ride forward.
Not all of us are gonna come home from this alive. Let's be real clear about that.
I'm laughing my ass off and surviving, man. And so's Alex, because he's got the G, so it's girded. His loins are girded. That's what the G stands for.
Yeah, GB, girded balls.
Oh my God.
Don't give the Packers don't give the Packers management any more bad ideas. Okay, they come up with enough on their own. All right, let's be clear about that.
What do you think of girded balls, Lady B? I don't know. That doesn't sound great.
It makes me think of things that probably Rafe thought of, like with the sex wheel, and that's about as much as I want to think about that.
Well, yeah, I mean, Lanfear's. I'm not calling her Celine. They screwed that up. It's kind of
like, how did they botch everything? Okay, Lanfear, Celine, like, she is the dark one.
Yeah, exactly right. Right? No, it's like, so I refuse to call her Celine because somebody in the background said, "Wait, guys, no, she's Celine. She's not. You guys ruined it." No, they didn't even think about that. They just try to think we're all stupid. They can just ignore the fact that they screwed it up and blame us all and yell at us for saying spoilers when we call her Lanfear, even though they did it first. Go ahead, Salty. I see you.
I was going to say, did you want to do that thing that you talked about? Because I just got an article that kind of blew my mind up. It's one sentence.
Well, real quick, and we'll do that too. But I just wanted, me and Alex, prior to coming on, we were talking about how sort of the lack of news and how it was sort of almost deafening, but we did get something. We got a new soundtrack, right? Like, or what was it? It was like, I thought it was pretty good. I don't know. What do you think?
So Amazon released their big Wheel of Time Wednesday thing. Was they released the Egwene track of the season?
Oh, this is the Egwene
Steve, track. Yeah, but Steve got his sources to deliver to him another track.
Yeah, this
we think track. You're only going to get it here. So I think it's time to let it rip, Steve.
Let it rip. All right, here we go. So premieres here. Well, not sort of premieres here. It premiered somewhere else first. But you're going to get to see it here first. This is a new Wheel of Time song. Strap in. It's lovely.
All my loins are girds. I'm ready to go.
Oh my God.
The wine is flowing and the beers are cold. I'd hate to hit this sober. I might cry. But the countdown's ticking. There's no stopping this bore. The mockery's waiting of RJ's lore. Already I'm so pissed off I could die. So breathe deep and let's steal ourselves. Us bigots, us racists, us prudish incels. Strap on your book cloak and witness along with me. We're watching the Wheel of Prime. Why, I don't know, wish I was blind.
So there you go. The premiere. If you want the rest.
Can we just do this? I mean, God damn, Eldan.
He had another
Seriously.
really good song. It was really, really, really good.
My man Aldan, like the freaking legend is right. Aldan posted that. I don't know if it was just now, but I had like 4 DMs going. Aldan just ripped this out, so we had to, right? I mean, Aldan, the wielder of Kalendor, long supporter of the channel, just busts out a better soundtrack than they could ever hope to have. Aldan, it's on Aldan's YouTube channel named Aldan. If I can find it, I will post the link. But go give Aldan a like and a sub on that awesome, minus of course the TLM logo. I mean, that is trademarked by Dave Dumpkins. So be careful with that. But yeah, so thank you, Aldan. I hope you don't copyright claim me for using that, but I thought it was too good to not share. So, Salty, what did you have before we? I want to look at this issue video too. Chat. Okay. Oh, wait, hold on. One quick. I don't want to lose track of it if we go too far, and you can start with this. J Rambles Universe. Hey guys, got a question. Was there a way to faithfully translate the stories into 8 seasons? Go ahead. What are your thoughts on that real quick, Salty?
Yes, I did it. I did my own breakdown. 10 episode seasons, 2-hour premiere, 2-hour finale. And I know that the man sitting next to me with the best beard around, Manethrin, did it as well. You can do it. The thing is you need to have people who challenge you creatively and love the source material. And it's not going to be look like a United Nations Women Conference when you do that. I'm just going to say that. So,
Nate, what do you think about that?
Yeah, 8 seasons from 14 books would be a challenge, but you can do it. And the key is just having that stack of books right next to you and actually loving and caring for it, rather than sitting there saying, well, we got to change things because you can't do a 1-for-1 adaptation and then let that be your excuse for ripping it to shreds and inserting half a season of your own filth.
Yeah.
Lady B, let's just keep going down the line. What do you think? I think
you could do it, and it would just be staying focused on the main characters, not going over the side characters, and you'd have to cut a lot. And and people think, oh yeah, you guys don't want us to cut anything, and I'm like, yes, you could cut a lot. There is a lot of stuff that could happen. There's a lot of side quests. There's a lot of things. I mean, like, there's basically two books that happen concurrently. Like, you could definitely combine some stuff and streamline it. It would just be, you'd have to know the books and respect it enough to realize, like, when some things are happening parallel, which is more important. Like, how could we meld certain characters? Like, what are they doing thematically? What are they doing for the plot? And that's always a hard thing to do with the merging of characters and stuff, but I think it is absolutely possible. And I kind of agree with Salty where you'd have to have maybe a longer season, maybe 10 episodes, and have a longer opening and a finale. That being said, don't fall into the trap of Game of Thrones and start making mini movies with your 2-hour episodes.
Yeah. Nice. So Naproya, we'll go to you next real quick, but well, I mean, you're only 3 in, so of the 3, do you think? Well, could you get 2 episodes out of the 3? Or 2, not 2 episodes, 2 seasons out of the 3.
Yeah, I think so. You could probably do. I think you could do halfway. I think you could do half, maybe 2/3 of the season with Eye of the World, and then do another. Yeah, just divide into 3. So
now, I feel like it's a harder question for you, because for me, I feel like a lot of the deep cuts that can happen come later in the series, and I want to get your thoughts, Alex. But I know that something I've talked to my brother about, and I don't know how you guys feel about it, but cut out all the Windfinder junk, get rid of the Bull of the Winds, cut out all the Windfinder stuff. That frees up I don't know, 2 books. I mean, that if you just get rid of all the Windfinder nonsense, you get rid of that, no problem. You got probably a book's worth of description of tapestries and dresses and folding your arms under your breast.
The Succession arc too.
Yep.
That can be totally cut down.
Yep. So there's lots of places for cuts, but it's a hard question, because I feel like that the Eye of the World, The Great Hunt, and even The Dragon Reborn, for me, I feel like a lot of that needs to go to be portrayed. The cuts come sort of when you hit you start hitting Crown of Swords and on.
Yeah.
especially those 4. Crossroads, just get rid of. Yeah. So, Alex, what are your thoughts, real quick?
I'm going to say no, not with the current rules in place for making television in Hollywood. Even if you remove much of the self-imposed restraints that go on to modern filmmaking, I'm still going to say it's very, very difficult. But I do think if you cut out the Bull of the Winds, the Camelin Succession arc, and a lot of fucking Saladar Aes Sedai stuff, you're closer. You run into the problem that for the most part, all of the books follow some sort of 3-act structure with a climax at the end. So you run into the problem of how do you handle each of those important climaxes in one season. Like you wouldn't want to just stick a random climax to, I don't know, A Crown of Swords in episode 5 of season 4. So that would be a problem as well. But if you remove the problems of modern Hollywood from the production, you could certainly get a lot closer.
You don't need a communist collective. You need an enlightened despot, much like Peter Jackson did with the original Lord of the Rings film. That's how this works. Create a vision. You do not do things by committee. And when you have a streaming corporation, everything is done by committee, which is why we ended up in the situation we are now, where every single piece of marketing material has the wrong goddamn date for the premiere of this show, including stuff that they put out yesterday.
Yeah, well, okay. I was getting ready to type to you in the private chat because the article you queued up is actually the one I had back here to talk about. So we're on the same page there because no, that's good. No, we're thinking about the same thing because it's like, I can't believe the nothing that happened today. Wheel of Time Wednesday. This should have been like a huge...
I know they should be around full bore. Like, let's do a giveaway. Like, let's do something with the fans. Let's engage the fan base. Like, easy, simple things that don't cost any money. I mean, I don't know. I was like an intern that did marketing for a while, so.
What's happening, right? I mean, it's like...
What's happening?
What's happening? Because it's like... oh, God. It's just... Like, this should be where are my animations that were supposed to come out a year ago? Like, did you just axe them? Were they too much better than the show that you said, oh, crap, we can't release those? Like, where have they gone? Like, that was supposed to be what? Comic-Con, right? New York Comic-Con, we were supposed to get the new set of animations, and lo and behold, we haven't got anything. And
the last that I saw, they posted on social media, goes back to June of 2022, and there's nothing.
Yeah, and I'm sure that, look, I tried. I went, like, there was that week I wasn't feeling good. I went back to listen to some of these interviews. Every news article is just using the same quotes out of those interviews, which are really full of nothing. Those interviews are just, there's nothing in them. Like, I tried, it's hard to watch them, first of all, but it's just full of nonsense and nothing that adds anything. It's like, what was it like to work with Rosamund Pike? It's like, who cares? Like, we've heard that question. Oh, no, they're here. Oh, no. Amen. It is not arrogance that opened the door, but the patron of Saint Wamdenhood, Lady Lanfear's quest for the actual source of power, the Whammon power. Oh my, they're here.
That supple pink flower.
Oh God, yeah, and drinking.
Okay, hold on, Lady B. It sounded a lot better coming from you than it did from Alana.
Like, man, I had chat. Okay, so I want to do let's do the article first, just because that could be quick. Then we'll look at Ishii, and then if we have time, we'll watch Nynaeve drink some sewage. I don't know if everybody in chat has seen the sewage clip. If you haven't seen Nynaeve drinking sewage, let me know in chat right now, and we'll try to get to that. I have sort of we're going to get to as much as I have work later, so we're getting as much in as we can here. But let me, I'm going to bring up this article because it is sort of let's see where it is here. There it is. That's the same one, right? Salty, I think it is. There it is. That's the same one, right? Okay. I thought that was the one you found too. So This is oh boy. Okay, Prime Video, Wheel of Time cast reveals what's to come in season 2. Okay. Now, the funniest thing about this for me as I scroll through is there is a character missing. Can anybody in chat guess which character? Now, I'm going to wait to scroll down. Can anybody in chat guess which character is missing from this list of what is going to happen in season 2? Let's take a guess, guys. Chat, if you haven't seen the article, who do you think is missing off this list? Salty, have you read?
It's Tom Maryland, obviously. All of the important people from Robert Jordan's book series are in this, I'm sure.
Nate, have you seen this article?
No, I have not.
Joy.
It's
I know Alex has seen it. Don't read ahead, Nathan. Don't read ahead. I see you squinting, old man.
Well, I saw the names on there. You were asking who was missing from the list. I mean, immediately before reading
damn it. Scroll up. Don't cheat, cheater. Who do we think?
Amber Wilson said that she, and I'm going to guess that you're a female. Amber Wilson said that she tried to find the video of the drinking of the water, of the sewer water. It was actually part of something else. So
we got you. They did a terrible job of letting anybody watch it. They had really a big amount of pride that they didn't post it to the YouTube channel. They didn't post it anywhere. So we'll try and get to it, hopefully, because it's a bad one. Go ahead, Nate.
Yeah, because I mean that video, it's like, hey, we've got this thing on Amazon Live, but Amazon Live is not the same thing as Amazon Prime. So you got to go find it on Amazon Live, however the hell you get to that. I mean, these people fumble everything. They are worse than than Keith Byers for the Browns in the 80s.
I'll take your word for it.
All right. So we got a few good. We have more rain.
That was a great comment from Jeff, by the way. That was brilliant.
I was showing my friend the trailer of the next season. Notice they changed the lieutenant line to dark one. It's like they forgot that the plot was what the audience knows. Yeah, they don't. I don't know. They can't keep anything
their
straight.
Inconsistencies. Like somebody pointed out that like in the like Placentia snow scene, it's like they put that like that was Shale was Tigraine in the credits, and then they like spoiled the Ishmael is like he's Ishmael, not the Dark One, in their own tweets for cosplay guides, and then they outed Lanfear. So
they outed that was the biggest one. They announced she was Lanfear, and then they're like, oh, Celine, and like people like who's oopsies. All right, so we got a few good guesses. We had some Matts, we got Rand, some Tom Bitto, you funny man. Dane says Rand. Alden says Matt. Matt is a good guess, since they keep showing the one picture of Matt over and over and over again. But all right, so we're gonna go down the list here, and we'll start with Lan, who is going to look confused as ever. Screwing it up. All right. Let's see here. Going on with season 2. We're just going to read the quotes, I think, here. All right, going to season 2, we find Lan becoming borderland listless, and his relationship with Moraine is crumbling at the foundations. I treat his relationship with Moraine much like a marriage. They've been on this journey for a long time, even though she's an Aes Sedai and she can do all these incredible things. He thought that after everything they had found some equal ground, so he's finding himself spinning and asking questions. I don't think he doubts Moraine entirely, but it's almost like a new formation period for him. Both of his parents have been killed, and Moraine has been his rock and asking some existential questions. Silence. Anybody?
Shoot. I'm gonna need another beer. Literally every single sentence in this is wrong. Like, first of all, Lan is not borderline listless. Lan is a man with objectives. So I mean, basically, the only time Lan became listless was when Nerdporio, close your ears. Something happened. So that's bizarre.
Alex did some things.
Yeah. So then also, bro, what is wrong with your marriage that you're not boning?
True story.
They're not on equal ground. Like, what do you mean you're not on equal ground? You are very much on equal ground.
Well, part is like they changed the story of Moraine, so she's like still they're like blocked now. So it's like I think that means they have to split up. So he's going on.
Well, he's going to get some. He's going somewhere where he can get some, since Moraine's not giving it up, right? Is that what's happening? Because he's like, Moraine, you ain't giving it up.
This is the emotional journey. This is the emotional journey to keep number one Rosamund Pike on the screen, and to shit. What was I saying? And basically to depower Lan even more, to make him irrelevant as a man, because men are either stupid or evil. So they're making Rand indecisive, rudderless, and then of course we saw him get it. Like, he's constantly going to get castigated by Rosamund Pike the whole goddamn show. Now, none of that has anything to do with the character that we know has Lan at all.
Yeah, there's more.
Well,
go ahead.
The statement, the statement in there of his parents are dead. Okay, great. You know what? They've been dead since he was a kid. I mean, like a baby.
A baby.
You know, so now all of a sudden, 40, 50 years later, he's going to have mommy daddy issues. Kiss my ass.
Yes.
Moraine issues.
Everybody has to have mommy daddy issues. And I think Salty, I think you've touched on this in the past.
I don't think he knows himself, to be honest with you.
That's where I was going. This is quite literally, Lan was a man with a purpose. And it was not a complex purpose. It was a very simple purpose. I'm here to protect Moraine, and I'm here to fight the Dark One. But that's end of list. So to see I'm convinced it's just they just didn't like his purpose. So because his purpose was too complex or too simple, too toxic, they just decided he no longer has a purpose, which is wrong.
Let me read the rest of this because it gets worse. What? Oh my god. Ozzy, I thought you were sending me keyboards, bro. Like, I need more Ozzy, I see your I need more keyboards. I don't think he knows himself, to be honest with you. Being raised by Shinaran soldiers doesn't help you develop any sort of sensitivity or who you are as a man. Hold on, like being with Shinaran doesn't help you become a man. Okay,
really?
You know
really? You know what's over there? The blight. Do you know what a man needs to be? Guess what a man doesn't do? A man doesn't have periods in this world. A man doesn't have boobs. A man has to be a man and stand up and wield a sword and be stoic and be brave. And he doesn't have time to sit here and have this lesbian communist collective of horse shit narrative do anything. Because you know what happened? There would be nobody alive there. There would be nobody alive because there's no men.
Well, and Yanan says it right here. There's one rule above all lovers for being a man. Whatever comes, face it on your feet.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't sound like he's a man at all. He's a big giant pussy.
Well, and what does he say to Nynaeve before they head to the Blight? You know, Black is not, the widow's clothes are not what she should be getting for a bridal price, right?
Yep.
You know, he is married to war.
His honor, his duty, what he's sworn to do.
Yeah.
And that's what made what they did in season 1 with Nynaeve being the one with having them sleep together or whatever Rafe Judkins did. And then Nynaeve is the one who rejects this show's Lan. It completely takes away virtually all of what defines Lan, which is his honor and his dedication and his duty. And of course, this season 2 has to carry this forward. The only reason this is happening is because it's intersectional feminism. And I know it's a meme for me by now, but it's true. It's the same goddamn thing that you've seen with the MCU, Disney, Star Wars, all of it's the same thing, just in a different color and flavor.
Let me get through Lan. This is wow. This is crazy. It's more than fighting and stoic. I haven't seen it be stoic in this yet. So it's more than fighting and stoicism, because that's what he got from those guys. He has these conversations with Thomas. Oh, great. So is Thomas going to commit now? And I really do love the warder culture and how it shows they do lean on each other. And that's helping me develop a little bit more.
Yay! Another Warner 3 sub. I'm so excited.
Lan takes it in the
I'm
pooper.
over here playing with my nipples just like they did in that episode while we're live. You just can't see it. That's how excited I am about this.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, and Moiraine being his rock, I'm sorry. That is such
not how this
shit.
works.
No.
How this works.
No. All right. Lan, destroy. That's from the actor himself, guys. So that's what we can expect from season 2 for Lan. Great. Hanging out with his warder buddies, teaching Nynaeve how to sword fight. Salty, that's your fault now. But yeah.
I saw that coming a mile away.
You did. You did, man. I didn't. You did. Credit to you. It's gonna happen. I can't believe it. Holy crap. Hold on. What have we got here? Yeah. Oh, sorry. All right. Yes. Welcome back, Napoleon. Sorry, we didn't give you the okay. Egwene and Nynaeve. Okay. Obviously, this initiation? Is initiation to this institution and social hierarchy being, Jesus Christ, word salad much? Sorry. Being at the White Tower is something that they're both struggling with in different ways. For Egwene, who is an idealist, going to the White Tower,
how is it like she's excelled at an extraordinary pace? Because they talk about her like they retroactively give her a block.
Well, that's right. So she's expected to be an A-grade student. Unfortunately, though, it's actually been the opposite. She becomes sort of invisible during her time, and Nynaeve has excelled at that. Hold on, let me read through it because oh my god, excelled at such an extraordinary pace, man. Whatever she doesn't say. So that is contrary to the freaking video they just showed us. Nynaeve is struggling, and Egwene is just being stubborn and not channeling because she thinks she's better than she is at this point. Am I missing something? Anybody, Alex? Did I miss something in the clip they showed us?
I mean, are we talking about the clip they showed us? Because there was different takeaways, but
well, we could talk. But I'm just saying, like in terms of what she's saying here, they showed us the opposite in the one clip of them they've released.
Yes, they explicitly said, and credit to Dane in the chat, she hasn't channeled in 4 months. How can she be excelling?
Yes. Well, this is talking about Egwene, isn't it?
No, it was. But she invokes Nynaeve's name. Says that.
Yes.
So I mean, we haven't got to the Nynaeve part, but she says that Nynaeve is. I mean, Nynaeve is going at an extraordinary pace while she is being expected to be an A-grade student in her mind, but she's struggling. Mark Clark, signed Bloodbane. Thank you for being Whisker Fisherman, my first Asher man. I'm glad you made it, sir. Son of Jockster's here. LPK, guys, thank you for coming out. Jonathan R is here too. Thank you for being here.
I mean, I could see it happening. Maybe just like she drinks that dysentery water and she gets dysentery, has a few trips to the bathroom, and bam, her block is gone.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. You know what's funny about that 5-month time jump is, Nynaeve was dead. I mean, she was basically like an overcooked French fry, and then you got Miracle Jesus Egwene and her magical mole out there raising the dead. So, what's convenient about that 5-month time jump is you just ignore that shit that made absolutely no sense ever happened, and then make more shit that makes absolutely no sense, so that when you do season 3, maybe you'll jump 2 years, and you don't have to explain any of this shit, but you've made up all kinds of fancy emotional journeys. And that's the best that this show can hope for at this point.
Oh my
all
God.
The feels.
Here, I think Nynaeve, she's on the opposite side of things as she's just running from herself, running from her powers, where she's found herself. You go after I'm done reading this because I hear you. The only reason she's in the White Tower is because Egwene is there. Fuck Rand. I think fuck Rand, fuck Matt, fuck Perrin. I think that there is this push and pull for her as she just desperately wants to go home, but she knows deep inside herself that's pretty much impossible. There's this continuous struggle that will remain there for quite some time, and I need learning to accept what is and letting go is what once was. I'm sorry, letting go of what once was. We see that manifest as Egwene and Nynaeve interact with one another as they're going through massive moments in their lives at opposite ends and can't seem to meet each other because they don't talk each other's language at the moment. Nathan, go. I heard you blowing up.
Fuck this show so hard. This selfish emotional journey is going. I mean, I'm going to laugh at this show a lot, but it's also going to piss me off because Nynaeve, they have taken her, like, even though like the early book Nynaeve is someone who can be unbearable at times, you can never fault her for being a selfish individual.
Never.
Because it's always about Egwene and the boys and getting back to the Two Rivers, and the side quest for her became getting back at Moiraine for doing what she did in taking them out of the Two Rivers. That's been the whole focus of her. It's about her friends and her and the responsibility she feels over the people of her town.
Because she's still the village. She's still the leading woman of the village who had the medicine, who had the knowledge despite her age. Nathan, you're 100% spot on. Instead, they took away her agency, and it all has to be Moiraine Pike, you know?
And I think they hate it too because Nynaeve has a very she's a mothering instinct. She wants to take care of everyone, and we can't have a woman doing that, can we?
No. It has to be domination, and it has to be domination and speaking down to. And that's one of the things that I found really, really messed up about that bullshit made up scene that we saw with Alana in the kitchen putting a bucket of latrine water on the table where they make food and then lording over and dominating the women that were there. You are not a good teacher if that's how you speak to your pupils, and humiliating them in front of one another. I don't get it. This is not a red teaching. This is I don't know. This is bullshit.
Real quick before we move on to Matt. So anybody who guessed Matt wrong, sorry. Thanks for playing, Matt. Matt has a whole 2-second line in here because they have no idea what they're doing with Matt. What I want to know is the Edmondsfield 5 is now apparently in the show 4. They're going to do a 5-month time jump. Are we going to get any reactions to Nynaeve, Egwene, Matt, or Perrin dealing with the loss of their brother, their friend, their boyfriend, and the person Nynaeve who feels responsible for him dealing with the fact that he is dead? Or are we just going to skip over that?
We'll skip it. Nobody cares.
No, that's what the 5 months. That's what the time jump is. Forget. Don't worry about it. He's dead. Don't worry about it. Just move on with your own lives. Nynaeve would be distraught.
We'll get a couple throwaway lines where Egwene has mentioned that she's worried about Rand. There won't be any action, but I think they might talk about it.
Jeff Minowski, I'm sorry. Yeah, they're doing a 5-month time jump. Confirmed. They're jumping ahead 5 months.
Yeah, so all that awesome stuff you loved about Feldara with like Lan and Rand, or Ran and the Amerlin. Yeah, no, we're skipping that. We have it confirmed that we are skipping the first 10 chapters of The Great Hunt.
And they're not having the land train at all.
Yeah, we have confirmation that we're skipping 95% of the books, but that explicitly has been called out.
Yeah. No land training. Rand, no land training, and certainly not having Land tell Rand not to trust the Aes Sedai and let him use him, and then any of that stuff. It's not there.
Yeah,
maybe Nynaeve will get it. Nynaeve may get it, but that's it.
5 months. Why not? Why not 6? Why not a year? They don't know. And Dane. Yeah. So we are living in a world where the Edmondsfield 4 now think that Rand is dead.
Hey, what's really kind of funny is like you remember the start of the show where they're like, there's rumors of 4 Ta'veren in Edmondsfield. What if like Rand wasn't one of them?
Oh God, I don't even want to. Christ. It
And it was like
Bob the Cobbler.
Egwene, Nynaeve, Matt and Perrin or something. Just like
Daisy Conger and Matt's sister.
Yeah. What's weird is we know that Katie Leong is going to be in multiple episodes of this show. And there were some rumors and some swirl that she would be a made-up Ta'Veren because this was a character that Brandon Sanderson only referenced in one book, has a fan tribute to somebody using somebody's name. Well, Katie Leong was in Harry Potter. She was a character there. She's a pretty well-known star. So the question is, what are they going to have her do? We have not seen her in one scene of this show. So what do you got?
Well, let's go on to Matt. All right, because holy crap. So, well, first, Brian, you got anything to say?
Aska.
Are you looking forward to this portrayal of Nynaeve? What do you think, buddy?
I mean, is she gonna at least tug her braid like she does every other page that she's featured in?
I doubt it.
Yeah. I think based on the first season, I think they're gonna be giving her things that were achieved by the male characters in the books. That's what I'm thinking. So yeah.
All right, on to Matt. I think like Marcus has said previously in such a concise way. You have nothing to say, so you're just gonna whatever. That they are pining for home, and that sets up some sort of growth among them all. Also, because there's so much world building and so much context that is given to the audience, since there is in season 1. You sort of understand the rules of the world on a macro level. This season allows a bit more growth for them and their relationship with each other. We get to know them a bit more personally. So that's nothing.
Yeah. Go back to the first sentence of that first paragraph and read that out loud.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, season 1 and season 2, Matt is a prisoner in Aes Sedai capital Tar Valon.
They legitimately couldn't give him a full sentence.
Yeah.
No,
that's it. That's it for Matt. That's all that they say in this article. He's a prisoner. Now, I never got that sense. This is the first time I've seen that. Would it surprise me? Absolutely not.
Well, we had an inkling that's where he's at crying, is that he's being, and I think Alex said it several times that he was in jail or caught by the but Jesus.
Well, and the fact that he sits there and says, well, they're all pining for home. So this is great. This is setting up everybody has a reason to be victimized in this fucking show.
That's it. That's intersectional feminism. It's the victimhood celebration matrix.
But it hits deeper into the soul of these characters, which they all should be sitting there looking for ways to better themselves like they do in the books. And all they're doing is they're dumbing it down to every single other CW rubber stamp character that they've ever made in Hollywood. And it's just nobody gives a shit that you're not home. The world isn't going to give a shit. And so that's not going to be your excuse when the Dark One comes in and whips the shit out of you. You're going to let that be your excuse? Like, oh, well, I was just missing home. Well, thank you. You fucked us all.
Yeah. Yes, but to me, you can't. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Finish your thought.
I was going to say, you can't tell me that's just a coincidence, Nathan. All of this entertainment, removement of the hero's journey, taking away masculinity from men, trying to make women masculine, but they're not. They're more like petulant teenage boys, and that's a woman. Those archetypes are not conducive to having a healthy society. A society where people work together, where they form families, and the society continues to reproduce and produce younglings that are also strong and can defend themselves. Now, call me having a tinfoil hat, but this show in particular has unique archetypes across the board, and especially with Nynaeve, Egwene, the journeys and trials they have to go through, the importance of those women's roles. And I'd love to hear what Lady B has to say about that, about what this show has done to feminine archetypes that exist in this book, and how, if that is damaging.
Oh yeah, I think it is extremely damaging. I mean, one of the things that I hate, and I've seen this in so many television shows, and especially like House of the Dragon, is that like there's this like demonization of the role of a mother. It's like so many shows show women, if they have kids, it's an awful experience, that it's just something that they're forced into, that the nurturing and caring of a woman is not something you can do, which is like part of Nynaeve's character. I mean, part of her, when she finally calms down, it's like when she marries don't listen, Brian, but when Nynaeve gets married to Lan and she kind of assumes her role as like his wife and de facto queen of Malkir, she really just comes into her own. She rallies people, she does things, and she finds like, she finally just, instead of trying to fit in with the the Aes Sedai, she just does her own thing and heals people and just doesn't care what people think and stops listening to people and does what she wants to do. She really grows, and that's her real character arc, is finding her spot and coming to her own as a woman. And it's a traditional woman's role, not like a masculine role that like they're shoehorning a woman into.
Yeah. You need a mother and a father to make a baby. I'm sorry if that's an inconvenient, triggering truth to those out there who think otherwise.
I think like a lot of the show does some really like horrible things to women. It's like you have Lan Fierce, very much the vindictive woman archetypes, the obsessive love. I mean, in
Glenn Close.
It's very much like, I was thinking in like voodoo mythology, she's Erzulie Danto. It's like the vindictive love aspect. The jilted lover, kind of like Hera going after Jove's lovers. It's like she's that, kind of person, and her own character shortcomings lead to her downfall, and that is just nowhere in this. She's just having a no strings relationship with Rand because that's what women do now.
Spot on, man. Bravo.
So Daisy, dude, of course, werewolf Perrin confirmed. Yes, 100%. And I think was Thumb asked, why is he in jail? Well, he probably tried to steal something, going back to what he was doing in Edmund's Field, because he's just taking after his father. He was either drunk like his father, or stealing like his father, or just the telegram got to the Red Aja to arrest him because Matt bad, or something like that. So they don't need an excuse. They're just gonna make him be, a piece of crap. That's just what they're gonna do to Matt. So
yeah, I'm with Steeplebow. I mean, we have like what world building that like Matt's talking about. Matt's character Donald's talking about, like what world building has there. We still don't know what Terviran are. We still don't know what Loyal is. We still don't know why he's traveling with them. We still don't know how the magic system works, and that is even like reconfirmed with the like dysentery scene. So what's going on? We don't even know.
Okay, so here we go. Elaine, we meet her at a very interesting time in her life, as she's very much a fish out of water. She's in a situation that's so new to her, but she's so knowledgeable, but she's now in a position of having to put everything into practice. So she's starting to realize that maybe she doesn't know as much as she thought she did, and is being challenged by these powerful women around her. So she's learning that she still has a lot of growing to do, as if she is the sort of queen she wants to be one day. So Elaine has to grow. There you go. That's what I got from that.
I think that's probably fair.
I mean, okay. She just said the same thing like 8 times.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty true, but like, I don't think it's going to happen the way it would in the book. It's that she just has all these expectations, and then she goes to the White Tower, and it's just going to be a bunch of catty women being catty to each other.
Is this Elaine, best character season 2 confirmed?
It's Sex in the City. She's Carrie Bradshaw at the White Tower, man. She's got it all. She's gonna have Mr. Big and all that. The problem with this is, again, why did they skip Camelin? That was not an accident, because they didn't want a woman's motivation to be in love with a man, or for her to be talking about a man the way Elaine kind of was about Rand quite a bit when she was speaking with Egwene and Nynaeve. And that's what sucks about this, is there's no love stories here. There's no arc of love stories. It's just me and my career, and then there's another woman in front of me that I have to fuck over to get what I want. And it's like, if I wanted to watch that shit, I would watch Sex in the City. I don't watch that. Is that unfair?
Well, I mean, I think you're right, and I think it even goes back to the marketing, and we were talking about Thursday, is a bunch of women and gay guys were running the show and they decided that they wanted to put it up against Thursday Night Football. Like, you talk about a lack of diversity and a lack of, ideological thoughts coming from different directions. This is where the lack of diversity really does hurt you, when you don't have different people with different mindsets setting this stuff up.
Yeah,
it's
when
interesting
there's no
because
diversity of opinion or thought or anything.
Well, it's interesting because I'm pretty sure they're going to use that it was up against Thursday Night Football as an excuse why it underperforms. I mean, this shit is so basic, bitch. All of this, the people responsible for the show, if they wanted it to be a success, would come out and say, we're extraordinarily proud of this. We know we made changes to the books. We want you to give this a chance. I don't see one executive out there. I get why the writers and the actors can't do that because they're striking, but you don't see anybody coming out there and say, we at Amazon are incredibly proud of this and can't wait to show you what we've done. Now, one person did that. So what does that tell you?
The other thing too, what we're presenting here is we are seeing this is the other problem that you have when you're aging up characters. You have Elaine now who's in her 20s rather than being 17 or 18, however old she is in the books, where this type of mentality and questioning things would be a more appropriate age to be having those kinds of thoughts, if not even a little younger, really. But having them now when you should already be a fully formed adult in the world that Robert Jordan created, that's a big problem.
Yeah, I mean, a whole Elaine being in a state that she is in later books and being only 18 or whatever, makes a lot of her behavior make a lot more sense.
So anybody that guessed Rand, you win.
Yay!
There's no Rand. Perrin is the last interview. Oh boy. Okay, there's a new culture that comes into Perrin's life that almost is that's almost an alien-like culture that he knows nothing about. The actor went on to praise Thomas Napier, who directed the first 3 episodes. Blah blah blah. He wants the stunts to be bigger, the costumes to be more extravagant, and we travel to different countries as well. So as we come to season 2, I think it's warranted that bigger scale to match that magnitude of the world we're trying to represent. Hopefully we might have done that. Well, I guarantee you haven't.
So he seriously is going to get captured by the Shan-Chan in the 2nd episode.
Yeah, and I think maybe the thing he's talking about is not Vienda and the Aiel.
Sorry, I had to read the comments here.
Yeah, why would anybody care about Perrin? I mean, the last that we saw of Perrin, how many times are we going to say this, is he was kind of doing the way of the leaf, but I guess that was a phase, even though he's a 20-something-year-old man, he was changing his sexuality or something like that. And he let his friend Loyal get stabbed with a dagger that nobody should get up from. But now we need to forget all of that because 5 months went by. And now he's got his buddy Elias, who we're not even going to get that scene. That was amazing with Elias. And now Elias is he's there. Here's 2 seconds of exposition. Now, guess what? Perrin can do wolf stuff.
Well, I think Perrin's probably still going to be following the way of the leaf for most of the season. And that's why he's going to get caught. And Avian is going to have to save him and all this kind of crap.
I tell you what.
So I've heard that that in episode 1, Perrin gives they're calling it a fairly bloodthirsty speech about going and murdering Padden Fane. I don't know if that's accurate, but
because that sounds like Perrin too. That sounds like Perrin too. Not calm, reserve, planning Perrin. Let's go murder.
We'll get him.
Well,
we got Layla.
What we do know.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, what we do know, or what I'm going to put money on, just like I did with Land Training Nynaeve, is that Dane Barnhold is going to kill Hopper. He's going to kill a wolf with an
axe. I called that, I called that a while ago, and that's what.
All right, then we can. All right, then you get it. I'm second on that then. So, but I mean, this show. It's just again, I don't know how to think this low room temperature IQ in making a show. And if they're doing what they did before and they're making this show for an audience that doesn't watch fantasy and has never read the books, and that audience didn't turn up for season 1, who the hell is going to turn up for season 2? That's what I keep trying to figure out, is what are we doing here?
No idea. I don't know. It's just so weird, and everything they do is such a subversion. It's like, this isn't Wheel of Time anymore, really. And I think it's just kind of funny because it's like they just can't even stay consistent with themselves. But, you know, it is really weird. And, like, it's like, the show never ceases to amaze me how when they want to be, like, inclusive of something or they want to be, like, racially diverse, they go and do the most stereotypical thing you could possibly do. It's like, look at, like, the bad guys. They're all black. Like, I don't know. I have some feelings on Ishmael, but calling him a Subaru salesman is probably the nicest thing you could say. He looks like another stereotypical character or class of people that often complain about such things. And yeah, that's all I want to say about that one. But, like, you know, it's like the gay warder plot. It's like, okay, the guy would rather kill himself than be a gay warder. Like, what are they trying to say? I don't know. They just can't figure it out, even when they're trying to give their own message.
Thank you, Yunan, for $5. It feels as if they are trying to pull back from the Mary Sue accusation of season 1. The backlash against Perrin and Elias is why we got Elias. I don't know. I think it's easier to just give. I think it's just easier to give Perrin a mentor and eliminate Hurin. They needed to sort of fill that void since Perrin just, you know, was a nothing burger and has he's got these things and they didn't know how to explain how he had these things, and they're just not talented enough to give any sort of description about Perrin how he's talking to the wolves or anything like that, or how he's getting information from them. They just, you know, they stare into each other's eyes and then the little tiny dog barks at them, and then that's as much as we get. You know, that as far as, you know, so I think that's, you know, I don't know. I think the girl power stuff is also. I mean, look, man, most of the book is girl power. The whole world is run by women. It's just turned up to 15 here for some freaking reason. So I don't know.
Yanan, I wish you were right. I genuinely do. But based on everything we know, that this was written and mostly filmed before season 1 released, I don't think there's going to be any course correction here at all. This is very likely just going to be season 1, part 2.
Did we lose Lady B, or did she have to roll for?
Somebody said danger. I don't know what that's about in the chat. Danger. I don't know. Will Robinson.
They felt that Lady B was getting a little too close to flying a little too close to the sun as far as the correct identification of certain stereotypes. I do not know. If what's going on with her?
What are the 5
Sorry about that. Since people are having trouble finding this thing, I figured why not play it again here in a minute if I can get it sorted out here, because this is the most hidden sneak peek ever. I don't know in chat who has seen this and who hasn't. I know we had a few people in chat say that they hadn't seen it. So let me. This
is a very colorful young man. He speaks very flamboyantly, and he really loves this show, and he really loves fashion. So this is going to be good.
Son of Joxer in the comments has a great one.
You can highlight it.
I don't think I can.
Why not? You should be able to. I got you. That one?
Yes. I mean, that is quite literally where we're at. Like, that is the full extent of.
Yeah. No, that's it, right? So that's it. Mark Clark for $4.99. Thank you very much, Mark. I just curled up with my hard box of Wheel of Time to sleep at night. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. That's better than stuffed animals.
Heck yeah.
I'm so excited. I think I only need to get the last 3 books, and then I have all the Watt books in softback.
Let me make sure the sound isn't too loud on this. So I don't know who's seen this in chat or not. I know I'm assuming all of the panel has seen this at this point.
Most of it.
I think so. I think it says a lot as to like the things that they're saying. Like people who watched this video bought, and a lot of women clothes there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, so we will. Well, I don't know. We'll see what chat says, but we'll play it through because I know a few people hadn't seen it. So we're gonna play it through again, so everybody can take a look at the death of Nynaeve drinking sewage water. So I'll play it real quick. I think I got to the end of it.
Be on the table.
Plus, we have the epic closed captioning of Amazon's live reader. So
it's so comical.
I want to just read that. Just read them because it's so bad.
What are the 5 threads of the one power?
Who in chat hasn't seen this, by the way? Let's get to a 1 or an F in the chat if we haven't seen it.
The Amish do show her more skin. It's true, LPK.
Yeah, bring back Alana's boobs, please. Thank you.
I got them right here if you want them, just as a palate cleanser.
I didn't even look at the. I didn't even look. Like, that's how distracted I was. I wasn't even looking at her. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Not all the way through. Okay.
Fire.
Haven't.
Spirit and water. Good.
So thank God we've been here for 5 months. We know the 5 powers. Thank goodness.
Dude, affirmative action is out of hand at the White Tower.
Say that again, Alex. I'm sorry.
I said affirmative action is out of hand at the White Tower. Good grief.
63 in chat. Thank you so much, guys. This is nope. So we have actually a lot more people in chat than I thought that hadn't seen this, which is actually, I guess I should have known because this is hidden. Like, does anybody like? This is pretty well hidden unless you knew that this Amazon Live thing was happening, because a lot of people haven't seen it, which is amazing to me since this is supposed to be your big promotional thing. You announced it. You put it on your live stream thing on your site. You had 8. Oh, what's the likes at? Hold on, Nate. We were having fun looking at that.
44.
So they had 8,000
on the
live. They had 8,000 people live watching this, and there are only 227 hearts on this. If you need me to bring it up a little closer, I will. There it is. Can you see it now? 227 out of 8. Oh wait, let me get this chat out of here. Oh my God, we don't want to see that. But yeah, this is horrible.
Those heels, man, I gotta buy those.
Yeah, well, this is what Amazon wanted. This is Jennifer Sulky's vision in action. Is you hire a star. And in this case, it was Rosamund Pike. And then you grab an IP that has recognition, and then you build that show around the star that you have, regardless of what it does to the actual story, because you want to do what Amazon just did. You want to have things that look like are in the show there for sale. And while people are not watching the show and they're on their phone watching something else, maybe a TikTok video, that they'll go to Amazon and buy things off Amazon. So it doesn't matter that Robert Jordan wrote this. It doesn't matter that Wheel of Time is on this. They literally could have made up some bullshit show that was all lesbian nights or something like that. It could have been like a BIPOC, amputee, communist crazy, as long as it had flashing lights and explosions. You know what I mean? And instead, they made this show. It's the same thing they did with The Peripheral and these other shows that are now being canceled. Problem is that Amazon committed to multiple seasons of this, and Rosamund Pike moved herself and her family to Prague to be in this goddamn show, and she's number 1 on the call sheet. So whatever happens, Rosamund Pike has to be kept happy. So whatever we're seeing here is a result of that.
Nick Folany, thank you for being here, and thank you for your view. They're going to be live watching this in the Band of the Red Hand Discord. I don't know if you're a member of it, but I know if you are morbidly curious, like most of us, about what they're going to do with this season of the Wheel of Time, they're watching it in the the Band of the Red Hand Discord. I don't know if we have a link out there, but somebody can link it. They're going to watch it, and then we're going to be covering it tomorrow, before and after all 3 episodes. It's going to be a mess. So thank you, Nick, for being here. And let's, for anybody who hasn't seen this.
So while we're talking about this, while we've got peak viewership, do you want to talk about the schedule for this? Like, I mean, it sounds like.
So yeah, I guess that would probably be the best thing because we got 58 here. I'll stop this overall large. So, hopefully, most of you know by now we're planning on covering the show, and I know we're going to be splitting it between 3 channels right now, with a different variety of guests. Tomorrow, I don't know when I'm going to go live. I might go. I might be a full day thing for me, but and I'm not expecting anybody else to spend all day with me dealing with this crap. But
thank God.
We're gonna go. I'll have a stream maybe around 6, maybe a little later, sort of a pregame show. We're gonna then, instead of doing a live watch like we've done for other things, we're going to just sort of watch the 3 episodes on our own or in the Red Hand Discord or however you want. And then after we watch those 3 episodes, that'll probably make it around 11:30, 12 o'clock. We're gonna go live again back on the Prophet of the Dragon YouTube channel to go over the debauchery and the crap that we just watched. From there, the next week, we're going to be on Salty's channel, hopefully doing the exact same thing, pre-game, post-game, but an episode at a time at this point, which will probably be a lot more manageable. And then we'll go to White Cloaks and do the same thing, and then we'll start the rotation over until we're through this thing. While that's all happening, we're all going to have lots and lots of reviews, lots and lots of input, lots and lots of videos, because there's going to be all over the place. So we're going to start at Prophet of the Dragon. We're going to go to Salty, go to White Cloaks, and start over again with the rotation until this thing is done and we have smashed it to little bits. So yeah. So did I miss anything, ladies and gents, or did that pretty much sum it up?
Nope, okay.
All right. So let's bring this back up for anybody who hasn't seen it. Amazon Live. Here we go. All right. So if you haven't watched the whole thing, the worst part happens at the end, as they do. So here we go.
Good. When you touch these threads, you pull out the elements of the world itself. By the end of today, each one of you will drink the water in your cup.
All right. Yeah. So who is laughing? Somebody said something. I don't know. So they're doing so this is them explaining how the one power works. So they're doing a similar to what they do in the Netflix Witcher show. You have to have a source to pull from to be able to channel a certain element. So in here they're talking about pulling elements of earth out of the walls of the White Tower to channel earth. I'm understanding this correctly, right? Mark Clark for $1.99. And may God have mercy on your souls for enduring. Thank you, Mark. Oh my goodness. So who knew shit was an element? That is a good point. I guess it's a lot of elements mixed together. Yes, Jeff. What? That was exactly my reaction when I first saw this. I'll play it a little for her because she explains a little. I think she explains a little more. Here we go.
Those of you who master this weave will enjoy it far more than those who do not.
I love the
Now
bitch
watch.
faces that are happening.
Draw threads of earth with your right hand from the stones of this tower itself.
From the stones of the tower.
We'll drink the water.
Sorry, yeah. So we're pulling the stones of the White Tower apart to filter some water.
I can't wait till the tower
What could
falls.
go wrong?
Yeah, what could go wrong? We're just weakening the foundations.
Hey,
and,
Alex, what's your opinion as an engineer?
This is why we don't let women be engineers.
Thank you. We do.
Yeah.
This is why STEM was fine the way it was. Shit actually worked. Just gonna say.
Oh my God.
Let's be honest. Most women just don't go in engineering.
Wow.
Here we go.
Also true.
That is
from my experience.
Those of you who master this weave will enjoy it far more than those who do not.
What is this Harry Potter bullshit?
Dude,
Yeah.
that's all
Draw
it is.
threads of earth with your right.
Well, they're in the fucking kitchen. Like they're why are we having like
No food safety.
That looks like a. I mean,
why are they in
It's
the
like this
I
is
love,
a third-rate.
I love the copper pots there.
Oh, I
it's
know.
sexy.
I'd
You can
love
get
them.
those on Amazon. Get those on Amazon. I bet you
Why
there's
are
a
they in the
link in the
kitchen?
X-ray.
There's a whole fucking tower. Why are we giving lessons? This is where punishment takes place.
The reason why it's another, and I'm giving all credit to Nathan for this. It's another tight, confined space where they don't have to put a lot of people and nothing really happens, and they go wide angle on the camera to make it look like it means something. That's why.
I mean, this is just stupid. She comes in the kitchen and says, "Okay, hey, mistress of the kitchens, fuck off. I'm gonna have an impromptu lesson while I weaken the walls of your kitchen. Hopefully, it doesn't fall down on everybody and kill everybody. Hey, you, stop taking that piss water off the table. Put that fucking shit water back on the table. We're gonna drink that shit water right now if you don't filter it. And so is the rest of the tower." Go ahead, Nathan.
Yeah. So, like, what? I can't remember the name of the gal who leads the kitchen.
Laris. Aldan crushes it.
She would have a shit fit with this and would be in the Maryland Seat's presence if this shit was going on, with someone coming and saying, "Okay, clear the table. We need to have a lesson." You know. Bullshit.
Seriously.
I mean, it's like,
and LPK nails it.
That is not dishwater. It's not coffee. Like, somebody tried to say it's not coffee. It's in a pail. It's not coffee. It's shit water.
LPK says they built a fire on top of the hearth. Tell me you don't know how any of this shit works.
Yeah, here's a question for you, Steve. Since you work in wastewater management, what are your feelings about this scene?
They're dead. Like, she is dead. Like, I said it immediately. The amount of stuff growing in that water, she's dead. Like,
tell us about the stuff in the water.
I don't want to. There's botulism,
Giardia,
parasites, Giardia, E. coli,
dysentery, hormones. They're turning the frog skin, you guys.
Dysentery.
Well, they are actually.
It's
what happened to the waters?
They are.
Oh my God!
They're turning the water.
They're turning the water.
They're turning the waters gay.
Okay, enough.
This tower itself. With your left hand,
Your
pull
breathy
threads
voice
of
too.
water, moisten the air, or even this glass in front of you.
I like how she wiggled her fingers like she was finding the air G spot. It was great.
So wait a second. Hold on. I'm trying to listen to her words. You're pulling so you're filtering water. Why you're pulling earth out of the stones, and then you're pulling water out of the air or even the water to pour the water through a water ground filter?
Dude, this is Rafe Judkins and Amanda Schumann. Like, just remember that when you try and figure out what the hell is going on, okay?
So what they're trying to do is they're trying to reference the cleansing of the taint. That's what they're trying to reference. They're trying to reference them making a filter to get rid of bad stuff. The problem is, as the chat has pointed out, because they are correctly enraged about this, this isn't something that regular people can do, and it's certainly not something that beginners can do. There's a very explicit conversation where Egwene is in Teleron Riyadh talking about how it's nice that you can filter honey out of tea in the world of dreams because you can't do it in real life. So this is very much they're trying to reference things, but they're stupid.
Yeah, sorry. Napori's got to get out of here, my friend. What's up? You wanna say anything before you take off? Put you up top here.
I mean, I'm sorry that this series was adapted like this. I mean, non-adapted like this, but like it's like this across the board with almost every major property that already has a fan base, So.
Yep, right.
But I'm here to share in the pain with you guys, even though I'm currently reading the books as well. So, my Eye of the World video, I am currently I want to try and get done. That's kind of why I gotta take off and a few other things too. But I'll still be listening in the chat. So,
all right, brother.
But thanks for having me, and
yeah, always, buddy.
Stay incorporeal.
We'll see you
Take
soon,
care,
bud.
Brian.
Thanks. If you can just pull threads of earth from the stone, can't you just pull threads of water from the shit water and just make water?
Where does this shit go?
like right? I mean, like, would that be a better lesson? Why don't you use the power to separate the water out of the shit just without the filter? Just
Here's a
you can make
question.
two one of the
If
elements.
there's no like gender binary with the one power, then why do we even need to cleanse the taint at all? Because remember what they said? It's only 31 men touch it. So why would they need to reference that? Just get rid of the men.
Because that's what they do with this show. They reference a bunch of stuff that they see.
Member berries.
Well, that see, we've read the books. We this is the cleansing. It's like, shut the fuck up. So you're right. There will be no cleansing. They find that erasable. So oh boy. So yeah. So here we go. Here's some more. Anybody that hasn't seen the end has no idea what we're talking about with shit water yet. At least the drinking of, yeah. Now she's making a pancake.
Now pick up your glass, pour it through your reed,
and you get shot in the chest by an arrow. Oh, sorry.
It seems like a magic trick, like some little kid would fall for.
So how many people cheese themselves on Twitter seeing that the Earth weave was yellow? Like, I just want to make. I just. It's like, I don't know. Why is the water weave white? 1 year. Oh.
See you later, Jeff. Take care.
Thanks for being here, Jeff. Appreciate you, man.
Yep.
Delicious shit water.
Your turn.
All right, now channel.
Everything is condescending. Everything is condescending. The worst teachers in the world are condescending. Okay. This is about control and power, and you can see it in here. And of course, they take the Caucasian blonde girl and make her the dumbest one of the lot. Why? We all know why. Because the color of her skin. That's what's really messed up about this show. Is it's so progressive, it's regressive in a truly horrifying way. You know, these individuals here, through intersectional feminism, all have a value. That Caucasian girl is, of course, worthless because she's a Caucasian. Think about that one. Think about judging people like that.
Sorry. Let's continue, because this is we haven't got to the worst part of this yet. Hold on.
It will take you many tries to get the water perfectly clean.
Wait, I didn't catch that. So she's gonna make them drink it anyways?
They can't leave. They have to drink it. They can't leave until they drink it.
They can't leave till they drink it. So she just said it's going to take you many tries to make your water completely clean. So she's going to make them drink partially shitty water because because they're not going to be able to get it on the first time. Is that what I heard? What a piece of
I think the argument is that, if you get 10% out the first time, you're going to have to keep repeating the weave over and over and over and over and over again until class is over, at which point you have to drink what you have, which is the closest I can get to trying to defend this. But I don't think they gave it that much thought.
She sends them out immediately, and none of them drink the water. Sorry, Nathan, go ahead.
No. Bourbon is the only legitimate brown water you should ever be drinking. Okay, folks.
And coffee. And
whiskey.
Hot chocolate.
Man, okay, I guess there's a lot of brown liquids people are drinking these days.
Wow, but
Not
they're
this
not
one.
shit
Come
water.
out of a bucket like that.
You have two capable hands. It would be easier if you use them.
Bitch, I'm better than you. I don't got to do anything you say. I can't wait for snarky, I'm better than everybody, Egwene. How about you guys?
I'll give it 2 seconds.
I have some phenomenal Eastbound and Down quotes for the reaction video to this chapter. It's going to be great.
I'm assuming, is this what you were pointing out? This invented scene is a prime example of how the writers have to change everything. They've already had scenes from the books of Aes Sedai teaching the girls, but they just had to invent their own. That's exactly right. Yeah, it's like I've said. Stop explaining things. You are wasting. This is This is a 5 to 7 minute clip of wasted time.
Yeah,
this is why the show exists. Sorry, go ahead, Nathan.
Well, no, this discussion, this type of training scene here, if you're going to have it, should have happened in the first season, and you shouldn't need to rehash it in a television show. It is a complete garbage scene.
So Nick Fallon, right on the money. If they stay true to the books, Egwene would have been so would Nynaeve. Both of them would have been sent straight to Shiro.
Yep.
Are we watching any other clips? Well, we'll see. We'll see how much time we was talking about watching the Ishii clip.
Yeah, we
but,
could just
I was
cruise to a close on this one. Yeah.
So here we go.
I didn't come here for easy.
So now you're. I can't do this, but I'm still gonna berate you because I can't do it.
Why
I gotta
are
make it
your eyes
harder.
open? You haven't even embraced the source.
So I can see when you're looming over me.
Embrace the soaps.
The fucking looks the looks that go back and forth.
Supple, it's working.
They just
Picture the butterfly flower.
The flower.
In your mind's eye.
In your mind's eye.
It's pink.
Pink.
Ooh, pink.
It's vagina.
It's supple.
It's supple.
It's pink. It's a vagina.
Go for the rosebud. Go for the rosebud.
Oh my
Not
god.
working.
Try again.
I did try again.
That's great teaching. Try again. I can't do it. Try again. I can't do it. Try again. Try again, bitch.
What are you supposed to do here? I mean, like, if she's just refusing to try, like,
Send her to the Mistress of Novices.
there you go.
That's what you do.
Yeah.
You say, okay, you don't want to try.
Wait a
you
minute.
don't
If she
do
does
it
that,
again.
but Steve, if she sends her to the Mistress of Novices, where's she going to send her to get punished? Because apparently that doesn't happen in the kitchens. Apparently, you just do this in the kitchens.
She's gonna read the shit out of her. Sorry, go ahead, Nate.
Yeah, well, and when you sit there and you have it's not working, and instead of saying try again, as a good teacher, you should be able to sit there and try and give solutions that would help her through that. The problem is that the writers don't know how to describe something like that, and so when you run across something like this, what's the answer? Scrap the fucking scene.
What does she have around her middle? I'm very curious. Like, what is that?
Who Nynaeve?
Yeah.
This this was one of the things as you go through as you watch the live, they are so the costume designers are so impressed with this with Nynaeve, is that she, even though she's wearing the novice attire, she still insists on wearing her wisdom sash.
Is that
Add a sash?
Wow.
That's what that is. That's
that
what
is
that is.
seriously it.
This girl is
That is-
never leaving Shuriam's office. Also, if she cares so much about her wisdom sash, how come there aren't the little fucking like vials in it? Like,
Yeah.
There's nothing. It's just a sash that she never wore any other time last year. Oh my god.
drink.
You're joking, right? That's
I'll drink.
No,
Okay,
that's what they
Alex.
said. That's what they said in articles too. That they put that in articles today.
thank
That's
God.
what was up.
Thank God. She didn't do any wisdoming in the show at all yet. And
I know. In fact, she left people in the village to die. Like,
died.
what's the need
she
to do that?
She
killed
put a
my-
tourniquet. She put a tourniquet on a guy who instantly died after she did it. Good job. Way to go. You're an expert healer.
She healed Moraine poorly. But Dan makes a great point. Egwene flowed down a river. How is she not the best at this?
Oh yeah, that's true. She did survive
Well,
the raging rapid.
because the instruction with the river was just to trust the water,
Sure.
Flow.
not
Yeah.
trust your magical ability.
But in Rafe
she-
Judkins' original script that he changed after the 10,000 notes, they also sacrificed an animal. Wasn't it a sheep? And they smeared blood all over themselves. That was in the original version of the show. What's up, Zach?
Yeah, we got to get that like period blood on ourselves. This is
Oh, well,
a
we're
proper
making-
like
We're-
feminist like.
Well, the period blood gets put on Lanfear. We're making up for lost time with the bloody, gory scenes, as we've seen from the Australian ratings. We're gonna have bloody gore and lesbian threesomes all over the place.
I know. I'm really excited
you know,
about the threesome in the first episode. I wonder who it's gonna be.
We're making up lost time, and I think probably, and you've said it, Salty. I think it's probably more of a sign it's more and more of a sign that Sanderson has zero involvement in this at all, because he wouldn't be condoning any of that. So
He warned about this. And here's the thing I'm understanding is I don't think he was referring to season 1 with what he said way back in 2021. I think he was referring to this,
maybe,
which is
well, I
kind
don't
of
know.
insane when you think about it, you know?
Well, and then here's another thing. Why is Nynaeve a novice after 5
Yeah.
months? Oh wait, because she refuses to channel. I forgot. Okay, my bad. Do we think the scene with Leandrin threatening her with a blade of air and her having a shout bubble is going to come right after this, and as soon as she does that shout bubble, she's going to be able to channel no problem?
That's probably what's going to be replacing what was the scene on the boat with Swan.
Unbelievable. All right, here we go. Let's get to the shit water. Gird your loins.
In Faldara, the two of you saw your true potential.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Flatten an entire army of Trollocs using your power.
Sorry, stopping for aggro. Go ahead, Alex.
So why are we not headed over to Faldara, strapping these two up to Alana, and taking back Melchior?
Yeah, good point.
Exactly. That seems like a pretty powerful weapon. Just don't quite go as far to burn. Well, actually, it doesn't matter. Burn them out every time. You can just bring them back.
Read The Art of War.
Just burn them out. Just hook them up to a like. It's like, oh, but that would. So, oh, is that because Sean Cham bad? That's what they do. Is that why they're?
Yeah.
Is that why they don't
Pressing the advantage does not occur to these writers.
No,
Nick Filoni.
Well, what you need to understand here is this is quite literally Rafe Judkins explaining what happened.
Yeah.
This is him saying quite literally, "Shut up about the power scaling." Is legitimately what this dialogue is for.
What are on her ears? I don't know. Like the ear jewelry is out of control in this show too. Like it's.
The costume designers went out of their way to compliment and say whatever the race and ethnicity of the cast actress in real life, they were going to be sure and emphasize in that actress or actor's costuming on the real screen, because you have to have 2022, 2023 real Earth stuff in your high fantasy show.
I hope the squad, like the whole squad Sedai comes back and we get like AOC Sedai, like Rashida Tlaib Sedai, and what's the other one?
Are these ear cuffs for sale as well? I'm sure they are, aren't they?
Of course
Probably.
they are.
Go ahead.
Nick Filoni says he's glad to be reminded how they took that entire scene from Rand.
Not hers, yours. It will take you years of hard work to learn how to do that yourself. But you...
Why?
They just... Nynaeve healed people from the dead, like, in the cave.
Yeah, what are we doing here? We're killing time.
It didn't take her, like, you kicked her out of the tower in your own show because she sucked. So how, like, Lady Anna, whatever her face fucking is, she sucked at this. You kicked her out of the tower, yet she was able to do it. So why is it going to take two ultra powerful women who seem to be prodigies at this, I'm sorry, years and years of hard work to do something that a failure that you kicked out of the tower could do? You're not even following your own damn storyline.
Shocking.
All right, here we go.
You can. No one should have that much power. You can either embrace what you are.
That I took that as thank God Rand is dead. He's too powerful.
Oh, that's a good point.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I said, like, whatever. God damn. Maybe she's.
I forgot that Nynaeve had all of these existential doubts about, the distribution of power in Randland. Like, am I the only one that distinctly remembers several chapters in the book being dedicated to Nynaeve being concerned about power imbalances? Because those were really my favorite chapters. It wasn't Rand fighting Trollocs or,
Hunt for the Horn.
Yeah.
The Hunt for the Horn, blood. The actual blood calls blood in the prison. The escape and chase down of Padden Fane. The retrieval of
portal.
The box.
Going through the portal with the alternate worlds, with where the Dark One. Like, who wants to watch that shit? What I want is intersectional feminism. Intersectional feminism 101 over here. Like I'm auditing a class at Smith College. Thank you so much, Amazon.
Yeah, and what's the one thing that we haven't heard about in since they started with all this trailer stuff, so since July, so for 2 solid months, what have we not heard about? The Great Hunt.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Great
Not
Hunt
once from anything.
Mhm.
Or the Stone of Terror, or Calendar, if we're honest about it. None of that shit.
Yeah.
Fear it. Egwene is strong, stronger than most. But you have 10 times that
Queen
power.
is strong. I still love
whether
that.
you want
Queen
it
is
or
strong, stronger than most. That's still the best
5 months
translation.
now in this tower, and you haven't
Did you just say
channeled.
Nynaeve has 10 times Egwene's power?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Just
10
did it.
times. Yes, she says that Nynaeve is 10 times stronger than. Yeah, here, I'll do it again. We can see the queen too. She is Egwene is referenced as the queen.
5 months now in this tower, and
Oh, sorry, I didn't back it up far enough. Here.
you can either embrace what you are or fear it. Egwene is strong, stronger than most.
But she sucks.
You have 10 times that power, Nynaeve, whether you want it or not.
Bitch, why are you so powerful? Why are you so much powerful than me, bitch? Well, I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want to be powerful. Well, bitch, I want to be powerful. My name's Egwene. I'm unbreakable. Don't you remember the story you told about me? I should. If you don't want it, you should give it to me. Just bitch. Sorry.
Yep.
That sounds like pretty good dialogue.
Nick Filoni, I am stealing that. Thank you for that comment. That's going to make it into my video.
Amazing chat tonight. Amazing chat. If you're watching this on Twitter, we can't see your comments, but thank you for being here as well. So.
Oh boy, oh boy. Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, Twitter. Thank you for being here on Twitter here. I didn't even think about that. I did mirror it on Twitter, didn't I? All right, here we go.
Yes.
5 months now.
The captain
in this tower,
says she
and
is
you
the
haven't
queen. Yes.
channeled. Not once.
She hasn't channeled in 5 months. Why is she still in the tower?
Matt, Shuriam's paddle has got to be busted from beating her ass at this point.
In 5 months. If she is 5 months in the tower, she'd be gone. Sorry, go ahead, Nate.
No, spankings aren't permitted in this Wheel of Time.
That's true. That's true.
That's not true. We saw the Australian TV ratings.
That's true.
Somebody gets tied to a bed, and we're not sure who. Yeah.
All right, sorry. Here we go.
Whatever block is holding you back, it's time to break through.
Whatever block is holding. So this is the fantastic writing that we're dealing with. Whatever block is holding you back. What block did she develop all of a sudden? She's been channeling. She healed 18 people. Then she let herself channel to open herself up to the source so they could use her as a battery in Tarwin's Gap. Why did we and all we said
Mach and Shin.
Always Mach and Shin did it. Yeah, there you go. All we did through season 1 was going, why doesn't Nynaeve have a block? Why is that's the whole season? And on top of that, we know, this is important. We know it's not being angry that's her block in this. Because what is she right now? She's angry. She's mad. She had an outburst. She yelled at an Aes Sedai trainer who should have then sent her to frickin' be punished. She's mad right now, and she still can't channel. So what's her block?
I'm willing to
White
bet
men.
block.
White men. It's white heterosexual Christian men is the problem. That is why Nynaeve is blocked.
Go ahead.
Well, I'm willing to bet that the block in this show is going to be the fact that she died and was brought back to life, and so that's going to create a block for her all of a sudden. That's my theory.
Probably. That makes
Dega
sense.
Outlaw, good to see you, buddy.
Dude, Dega.
Oh my goodness gracious. That would, oh god, what? So she's a zombie, so she can't channel anymore? Awesome.
Yeah.
I'll buy that for $1.
I know, right?
No one leaves today without drinking their glass of.
Drink that water, bitch.
Oh.
Now close your eyes.
Dysentery.
Drink all
You
the
have died.
worms
Dysentery.
and tapeworms in there. You better drain that water. You better.
It's the
filter
wheel
that
of the
water.
Oregon Trail.
Okay. Oh,
It's
here we
turning
go.
the water
I
strong.
love how she looks around the room here at nobody. By the way, just watch here. She looks around the room at nobody. Here we go.
Wow, Thumb Maryland, fuck you. You're right.
Oh, okay. She looks at Egwene. I don't know why she's giving Egwene the snake eye. Ah.
Yeah.
Ah. she fears to unleash the power. There you go. That's probably right, though.
That's like
Yummy.
the face I make when I'm watching this show.
Ain't that the truth?
Let's go back to look at the shit water she's drinking right there. Just soak that up.
You have died of dysentery. You are spot on, Stablebo.
Not just, I mean, there is so much crap in that water.
Ovaltine.
Ovaltine. That's probably
That's what I was saying yesterday.
Yeah, that's exactly
Outhouse. It's Outhouse Ovaltine 9 Eve.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yesterday I was talking with Steve. I said that the next scene is she goes over with a decoder ring into a bathroom to sit there and decode a secret message. It says, "Don't forget to drink your Ovaltine."
Cholera, yes. In the time of cholera in the White Tower, as it falls apart because they've been sucking the power out of the bricks to filter their water, their shit water.
Yeah.
Because I wonder how weak the tower fortifications are since they've been ripping, power from the stone walls. So, good lord, man! I swear to God. I mean,
well, it's actually not going to be that weak because there aren't a lot of people at the White Tower because we didn't see a lot of people there last season.
You didn't say it had to be clean.
Bitch. And now Alana is weak because she just lets her walk away and doesn't do anything about it.
Stablebo in the chat has a great comment.
This one?
I'm still worried. They're going to do something where they essentially sterilize women who go to the tower. I'm still worried they're going to do that in this show.
I don't know.
Do you expect anything less?
What
Unfortunately, no. I don't know if you guys have seen this.
I mean, yeah, but what do you think they're gonna do to you think they're gonna let Elaine be pregnant?
This is brand new now.
This is why I'm showing it.
Let's go.
Okay, this just got posted on Twitter. Sweet. Breaking.
All right, here we go.
Oh, Steve's gonna explode.
Hold on. I'm running this at 1/4 speed,
Is
and
he
I
gonna
just focused on
grab?
this.
Is she gonna grab his balls? Is she gonna scoop him?
Hold on.
Scoop him. Scoop him. Oh, it's one of these fucking things. Cocks.
That's why I slowed it down. So
I want to show if that is a grind breaking and to take her acceptance test early, I'm going to lose my shit.
Is Leandrin looking at Nynaeve here and saying, "Look at the size of my Schwartz"?
What the
especially with that face.
You guys,
we saw this. Wait, go back to that one. Go back to the horses. Okay, please. So we saw this. I think we covered it. But Leandrin has
in
three
a
horses,
different format. Yep.
And she's fucking got 3 dead bodies. They're probably not dead, but she's now kidnapped the 3 girls instead of tricked them.
Well, they also drink the shit water, and now they're dying of dysentery.
That's the shit water. She's like, she comes in, like, we're gonna make sure we can train you how to filter the shit out of the water. Let's try it, and she just kills them.
I hadn't seen this. I mean, it's really clear they're going, and I use the Days of Our Lives motif in this thing, making a video, but it's really clear that they're trying to get this teen drama CW level. Look at this.
Well, the funny thing was, I covered it because it's the line is time to resist temptation is now, and they're all giving in to temptation.
Yeah. I know, what is this resist, dude?
Mm-hmm. Like Rand is sitting there playing house with freaking with Lanfear. Lan freaking folds and runs away to be with Nynaeve and his warder buddies. Freaking whatever the hell is going on with Nynaeve and Egwene, it's all them failing to resist temptation. So it's just like, but the dark is not an obvious evil, guys. Remember that, right? When you're, oh boy, like
it is interesting. It is. Go ahead.
It just eats at your brain when watching this shit. It is. I mean, everything that they have piled on has had no bit of Wheel of Time from the books in it whatsoever. They sit there and they'll pull from different spots, but they do it in such an unfaithful way that it just shows what disdain they have for Robert Jordan.
It's almost like Rafe Judkins, and I do believe this. He said that he had basically written scripts for all of this, and we saw some of the blocking and some of the dialogue that he had in the PDF of the script that was released, and I'm convinced it was real because they shot some of those scenes that were in some of the X-rays that were there. It was more than just the Rand saying a joke. There was stuff with, and somebody said it in chat, Nynaeve was cleaning blood out of that pool. Remember that pool? None of this shit's in the book. That pool, there was blood in there because they sacrificed a sheep and rubbed it all over freaking Egwene in their little pagan lesbian coven thing where they threw her ass off a cliff. You know what I mean? Like, that was all there. That's all Rafe Judkins. And it does seem like this second season, he's just full bore doing what he wants. And occasionally he puts in those post-it notes in an episode and says, look, we did this. And that's all that this is going to be. And it's substandard crap. I mean, say what you will about the Shannara Chronicles, but at least you had hot chicks in it, and it looked cool. And the show, I don't know who they made this for. I don't know who's going to watch this. I don't even think people are going to hate watch this shit.
I am. I got you.
Well, I know you are. You're
Amber Wilson. There is some. So we're not. There's some thoughts that it's actually Egwene that's going to pull her out of the last test, because you see her channeling in the Arches room. So there's some people. I think Alex was the one that brought it to my attention. Is that Egwene is for some reason going to show up at the last minute and save Nynaeve by pulling her out of the last arch, and that's what that whole thing is going to be about. And she's going to be freaking de-ovaried, and that's why they're going to be crying on the floor. So
this is just terrible. This is just terrible.
Yeah. So so real quick, because I want to look at this quick, because we'll run through this quick, because I'm not sure. I'm assuming chat has mostly seen this, but this is the Ishmael used car salesman clip. So I didn't get many of your guys' thoughts about it, but we all want it to be canceled, Nick. I wish it would be, but
yeah.
So here we go.
Contracts.
It will eventually.
Maybe after this, I don't know. Maybe they won't come back after they get no ratings for this, and they'll just.
Rafe Judkins is already off season 3. I mean, he already said this is the last season. Then he's going to go out and do God of War. Now, how this all plays out with the writer strikes and the mass bloodletting that's going on at Amazon right now, I don't know.
Yeah,
but Rings of Power isn't going anywhere. Shit like this, for the amount of money it costs, I don't see them going beyond season 3 in this. There's absolutely no reason to. And with season 3 stopped, I could see him releasing half a season and calling it good. Why throw more good money after bad? Really?
Yeah. All right, so let's play this real quick. We're gonna play it through pretty quick here. So I don't know if you've seen a used cars salesman hatch a bloody egg before, but that's what we're doing here. So.
God, this is so bad.
Oh, I guess
Is this where, it kind of looks like where they were in the episode 8 with Rand?
Yeah, underneath.
So this is underneath the Eye of the World, the Eye of the World. So are we thinking that they're all around the Eye of the World?
So
Go ahead.
Leading theory is that there are these dumbass seals all over the world. And that in order to summon one of the Forsaken, you have to break one of these seals and then speak the correct prayer / incantation, and then you can get one of the Forsaken.
Right. Why wouldn't he know all of them already?
Why didn't they just go to the requirements, since this is fucking Harry Potter? I mean,
why wouldn't he just release them all? It's Ishmael.
Get those Horcruxes.
Well,
I mean, like he's searching the world for parchment for a freaking poem. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And then this is so stupid, man. What happens if all this shit around it breaks and it falls on his head?
Plot armor.
He just dodge it freaking. Oh.
Yeah.
I hate this so much. I hate this. Like, I almost hate this more than the freaking water drinking.
Mm.
Yeah. And why isn't he weaving this? I mean, he just has his hands out. They're so inconsistent.
Yeah, I don't even know. Like, he just coomed. There you go.
Mm.
God, that special effects look so dumb. Like, I think Star Trek, like from the original season, like transporters look better.
And it's dark, so they don't have to worry about
wait,
detail.
Wait. Who is saying this is true? They're saying this is true to the books?
Yeah, because of the prophecy, because Adam Fane, like all that crap written on the freaking wall of the prison in blood.
Ishmael didn't break her out of the board.
I know. I hate this so much. Like, why they
what
gotta?
The hell are you talking about?
No.
And then
and all.
Oh, go ahead, Nathan. Jesus.
Also, didn't last season they refer to Shale Ghul being at the Eye of the World?
Yes, they did.
Okay, so that's why I think this is that, you know, Rand made him disappear, and then he just appears underneath, and once they leave, he frees her. So I think she's contained at the Eye of the World.
How? Staplebow says Wheel of Time Reddit is saying it is. This is what happens when you banish people who correct you or might bring an alternate point of view where you go, oh, I made a mistake. That's why the White Cloaks got their ass kicked out, right? Where you point these things out. So now you can create a world where you can make up all this imaginary shit that's wrong, and nobody will say anything different because they're afraid of the violence used against them. It's ideology like that. It's called communism. It's just funny how that works. So
no, but you're 100% right. That's exactly what. Like, how anybody in their right mind that's read these books thinks that this is accurate. I don't give a fuck if the prophecy says, you know, she's out. He didn't, like, just because there's a prophecy that says she's out doesn't mean he went over there and free. They hate each other.
But that's the thing. Like it's prophecy in the book. The show's not using it as a prophecy.
No.
The show is using it as a witch's spell to sit there and throw in some Eye of Newt and hair of a dog, and then, you know, boom, you know, she's out of her cauldron.
Poop water. It's just a pass key. It's like, no prophecy, just pass keys. It's like, what the fuck are we? It is Harry Potter. You're right, Salty. Go ahead.
Chapter 7 of The Great Hunt, the prophecy is in the Blood Calls Blood chapter. Now, just because you've gone through and yellow highlighted something and then made this doesn't mean that it's accurate or right. They're literally just skipping over a bunch of shit to say that, oh, it was in the book and we did it. And it's not right. And it's not like being a purist. This is not even being a book purist. Now, I'm sure the White Cloaks can sit here and get into more detail. I'm not a Robert Jordan scholar. I just know the books, and I know them from my reading, not from detailed discussions. So if I commit an error, tell me. But what they're doing right here is just to make it look good. That's all that it is. And I really want to understand how they're going to reconcile Lanfear being here when it looks like Selene is already present. So someone explain to me, what are there going to be two different characters in the show? I don't know.
So the working theory here is that this is going to be the episode 2 cold open. And that will be sort of an explanation, and it'll be sort of later on in the season when it's revealed that Selene is actually Lanfear, that it's going to be a big moment that's going to shock me.
Fuck that up, right? Yeah, I love it. So hold on, let me see if I can do something here. Just because I may still make a video, but let me see if it's going to let me do this.
Taunting, yet it has the form of poetry or song. Is and blood was and blood shall have. You might wish to see this, Mother. She pulled a small notebook, bound in soft brown leather, from her belt.
This is it.
What was written on the walls in the dungeon? There were few problems with translation. Most was the usual.
I don't know if I have to pause this. I'm assuming that I'm going to get here. So I listened to this, and it made me angry. So
blasphemy and boasting. Trollocs seemed to know little else, but there was one part done in a better hand. An educated dark friend, or perhaps a murderal. It could be only taunting, yet it has the form of poetry or song and the sound of prophecy.
The sound of
Thank God we missed this scene. Thank God they didn't have him in the dungeons. Thank God when it went crazy, he somehow escaped, and then there's a huge battle. Thank God they didn't do that from the books. Thank God they did this instead. This is just so much better.
We know little of prophecies from the Shadow Mother. The Amerlin hesitated only a moment before nodding. Prophecies from the Shadow, dark prophecies, had an unfortunate way of being fulfilled, as well as prophecies from the light. Read it to me. Verin ruffled through the pages, then cleared her throat and began in a calm, level voice.
So this is like Blood Calls Blood is one of the best fucking. Oh, bye, Cajun. Thank you for stopping in, buddy. This is one of the like this one, like it just, I don't know, it gets you whenever you hear him. It just, I don't know, it just
it's
so
like
good.
the whole thing that happens. There's so many interesting things. Like, does anyone want to talk about how like Egwene is like trying to be all like, oh my god, maybe we should try to save Pat and Phage. Like, she's like having her I can save him moment, and it's kind of funny. And then Matt is there with her, and you know, you realize that maybe Rand is being watched by someone, because there's a lot of people there that could be watching him, like Lanfear and like Verin and Leandrin and Pat and Fane.
Yep. Apparently, she was locked away in like Demolition Man with ice cubes, except she was locked and frozen in blood, and then he just cracked her like an egg and thawed her. Here we go.
Yeah.
Daughter of the night, she walks again. The ancient war she yet fights. Her new lover she seeks, who shall serve her and die, yet serve still. Who shall stand against her coming? The shining walls shall kneel. Blood feeds blood. Blood calls blood. Blood is and blood was and blood shall ever be.
And that's where they stop, and that's where they stop in their stupid fucking show, and then they forget the whole rest of it.
Yes. They're like, hey, someone's got blood, so it's the same.
Yeah, she's covered in blood.
The man who channels stands alone. He gives his friends for sacrifice. 2 roads before him, one to death beyond dying, one to life eternal. Which will he choose? Which will he choose? What hand shelters? What hand slays? Blood feeds blood. Blood calls blood. Blood is and blood was and blood shall ever be.
Yeah, so a prophecy about Rand is not important, especially a dark prophecy, so let's cut that from the show. Fuck it.
Yeah, and luck came from the mountains of doom.
Well, here,
Isham waited for him in the high passes. Yeah, I mean, and then, sorry, go ahead. I didn't know you were going to do all of it.
Luke came to the mountains of doom. Isham waited in the high passes. The hunt is now begun. The Shadow's hounds now course and kill. One did live and one did die, but both are. The time of change has come. Blood feeds blood. Blood calls blood. Blood is and blood was and blood shall ever be. The watchers wait on Toman's head. The seed of the hammer burns the ancient tree. Death shall sow and summer burn before the great Lord comes. Death shall reap and bodies fail before the great Lord comes. Again the seed slays ancient wrong before the great Lord comes. Now the great Lord comes. Now the great Lord comes. Blood feeds blood. Blood calls blood. Blood is and blood was and blood shall ever be. Now the great Lord comes.
Yeah, so
I wonder who wrote that. Like, do you think it was Pat and Fane?
Well, Lemporio's not here, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it was probably Verin.
Yeah. Mute it, Nerdporial. Yeah. Mute for 5 minutes.
I mean, yeah. So, but it's like, so we took a very small snippet, probably the least important snippet of that prophecy. You know, we take out the hunting of the horn, we take out the man channeling, we take out all that stuff. Just because Lanfear is for some reason covered in blood after she gets cracked out of an egg out of a prison that Ishmael, who hates her, let her out, and now she's sitting there subservient and kneeling to Ishmael, a person that she would kill if she could.
I know, they're like, oh, he takes his hand like it's a lady or something.
Like that is world breaking right there. So
add it to the list.
Add it to the list.
Right. That whole prophecy again, and they stole it and put it in here because they couldn't have Rand do what the actual damn prophecy was about and what that covered. Rand has to go be at the nut house with his imaginary friend Errol. And then banging Celine. You know,
sorry,
because that's what Rafe Judkins wrote.
Oh, sorry. They were all So the Ishmael was. They're not sure if he was partially locked away sometimes, if he was out touching the world all the time. but Ishmael was the only one out of the 13 that was not locked away. Bathmal and Agnor were so close to the ceiling that they aged. The rest were just sealed away until it started weakening, and then they broke free themselves. They broke free themselves, and then they have their own agendas given to them by the Great Lord of the Dark to sow chaos. And make Rand's job hard. But fuck all that. Fuck all that.
Like Lords of Chaos, right?
Yeah.
Mahalanair says that. I didn't even know that he recites the Daughter of Nightbed in the scene, couldn't hear it. Well, that's deliberate because they're making it seem like a Harry Potter Wizarding World incantation. Like these are the magic words to let the crazy bloody lady out of her egg, because that's an emotional journey.
Davesy, dude, I don't know. I'm going to try and print them up. I may make I may make my own bingo card. The bingo cards, guys, because we're going to wrap up. So remember, tomorrow, we're going to be on my channel. Whoever can make it, we're going to do a pregame. I may just stream forever. I don't know. I took the day off. I'm ready to go. I'm pissed. I'm full of piss and vinegar here. I got 3 keyboards stacked here. Ozzy, if you're still listening, I'll get you my address. I heard you got a stack of keyboards. There are Salty's got some bingo cards on his channel and in his community post. I got some bingo cards on my channel that we made live with you guys. I may make one more for my own thoughts. I want to real quick because I have a question I want to pose to all of you at the end. It's just a small question, but Salty, you got anything coming up real quick before we take off?
I hope to be on tomorrow night. We'll see. We talked about it before the show. I'm going to be going away for the weekend, but otherwise you will be seeing my episode 1, 2, 3 reviews, and then we will be talking post-show about this. So thanks for having me on.
Yeah, man. Of course. Always. Alex, before tomorrow, what you got? Anything?
Working on one video about how The Great Hunt is the best book for learning to be a man, and that every single chapter in that book has...
Wait. I was told on my channel that I was mistaken. Rand doesn't become a man in that book. Are you kidding me? Oh, sorry. Go
ahead. But then there's a phenomenal lesson in literally every chapter of that book.
Yeah.
So I'm working on that, and then working on just kind of doing the pre-work for the reaction videos that are to come with the next 3 episodes. Because oh boy, is there a lot of recording and video editing in my future.
Oh, all of us.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy.
All of us. Nate, what you got? Hopefully tomorrow you'll be with us.
Yeah, so I plan on, if I'm not on the pregame, I'm planning on being there for the postmortem. And then outside of that, I'm going to, let's point the right way over here with Lady B on Sunday.
Yeah, we're doing like Silmarillion.
The Silmarillion. So, while we're going through this crap with the Wheel of Prime, I get to finish the weekend off with some good old classic J.R.R. Tolkien. So Brilliant. It ain't a bad life.
Well, I guess that ties right into you, Lady B. What you got going on besides for Sunday?
I am working on a video that it's going to be my first alt tech exclusive video, as in I'm not putting it on YouTube because it deals with some things that are not YouTube sensitive. But for a long time, I actually almost stopped watching Wheel of Time when I saw the cold open to season 2, because I realized that there was a really disturbing scene in the with the cold open for that, and they were kind of hinting at something that is really dark, and I'm like, I don't know why they would put that in there. And then I was like, you know what, I need to make a video about this and do some research and explain what's going on. And then I found that there was a whole bunch of other scenes done way better than that scene in other movies, and not movies, but TV shows dealing with the same thing. So I was like, okay, I just did a whole big video about that, and I kind of start talking about the Wheel of Time thing and saying explaining what's going on there, why is it symbolic, and the other places that I found it. And it'll take me a while because there's a lot of clips, and I did record all the audio today, so I'm looking forward to doing that. And
awesome. So Nerporeal, thank you for being here. Alex and me are prepared. We've both taken the day off for this garbage, but
Yeah, me too.
so we're getting
night,
prepared. Elena, good night. Thank you for
Thank
being
you
here.
guys,
Anybody that's
everyone.
new that's been here, thank you so much. We try to get to as many comments as we can. Whisker Fisherman, I plan on it, at the latest 6 Eastern. If I'm bored and nothing's going on and I'm not busy, I may go a little bit earlier. We'll see. I just Forsaken, thank you for being here. LPK, you're here all night. Thank you. Staple Bow, as always. Aldan, go listen to Aldan's song. It's fantastic.
Thank you, Eldan. Thank you.
Yeah.
Daisy
Chat.
Doo, Mahalander, Chat Thumb, all of Nick, thank you for being here. I hadn't seen you. If you're just finding
Hey,
us,
Purple.
please make sure you go
Zoe's out
sub
there.
to everybody. White Cloak, Salty Traveling Sea, all of us here on the panel. Purple, thank you for being here. And guys, I do want to say one thing real quick. I want to ask you real quick before, and I know that where was it? In Staple, I will do more of those streams. I don't know about tomorrow, but Max, how excited would I have been for the whole day off? For if I would have been incredibly excited, but unfortunately, it's now. I'm sort of excited because I get to hang with my friends and beat this shit to death and speak truth. But
Good night, Kaylee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, real quick
Good
question
night.
before we are
Okay.
we going to see a dragon banner, guys?
It
No.
won't mean anything. It won't mean anything if there is.
Yeah.
I doubt we
It'll
will.
be like blood calls blood. It'll just be
meaningless.
Ooh,
Won't mean
member berries.
I don't think so.
It'll-
I think. Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't
No.
think so either. So,
If-
all right.
It,
go ahead.
if so, it'll be right at the very end, and like Corey said, meaningless.
Yep. Well, thank
Just
you all
like
for being
everything.
here. We got up to 63. You guys are. Thank you, chat. You guys are awesome,
you.
and hopefully
Oh,
we see you
here,
guys
let me
tomorrow.
drop the Discord link again if you guys want to come.
Yeah,
watch with
please
us.
drop whatever links you guys want in the chat, and we'll leave you on some TLM. TLM, go to Teespring. I think the promo code ends tonight for 10% off any merchandise on my Teespring. ProfitOfTheDragon.com. We will catch you guys tomorrow night. Hang in there, and all hail the Lord Dragon. Take it easy.
This stream is brought to you by. Have you ever been misunderstood? A puppy in a rage monster's body? Well, we here at Trollocs Lives Matter believe there is a human inside all of us, and
they were effectively genetically engineered war tools.
TLM, because even
nightmare fuel
needs love too.